Good morning, it's Tom Bentley here from the TB Yacht Broker YouTube channel. I'm here in Port Hamble this morning, and today's video is going to be a little bit different because what I'm going to be doing today is taking you through the whole process of us taking in a boat in part exchange against a brand new Sunseeker. So this morning I'm here to do the initial part of us taking in the boat now that the deal has been completed, and that is the sea trial and survey of the boat that we're going to be taking in part exchange. And what we have here is a pretty much brand new 2020 Fjord 44 Open. And what a fantastically cool boat this is. Really kind of fantastic sleek lines, the black hard top, you've got the black stripe all the way down the top, along the middle of the whole band there, with a grey boot top stripe as well that we can see. So we're going to get into the boat in a lot more depth a bit later on in this video, but the initial part of today and what we've been doing this morning is that I've got a team of surveyors on the boat, and they're going around and testing every piece of this boat, so that we know that by taking it into our used dealer approved stock, it's exactly what we're going to be selling to the customer. So the big advantage of this is that if you were to buy this boat, you know that we've already completed the sea trial and survey ourselves, and that therefore you can actually look over it yourself as well. We're going to be getting into the boat in a lot more detail in a later part of this video, but I thought I would just start off by doing a quick walk around video of here. As you can see, nice and beamy, fantastic social boat, fantastic social areas, lots of seating groups. There's high-low tables here. I've actually just walked past a very cool passerelle that I'll show you in full depth later, but this whole thing drops down and those stairs appear, so you can walk down to the passerelle just there. You've got a storage garage up underneath this piece. Some really fantastic kind of teak side bits up along the side here. There's a full wet bar with ice makers and fridges and induction hobs in here. You've got an extended canopy that comes out of the top of this hard top just over here. Fridges galore down the side. This is on IPS 650s, so yeah, we'll have a look at those in a bit more depth earlier in the Helm as well. And then we're just walking up the bow. Fantastic sunbed area here, and there's a really cool, fantastic anchor launch system up in the bow that we'll have a look at a bit later on. So just a quick introduction of what I'm doing today. Up the Hamble River, we're going to be taking the boat out on sea trial, which will be the next, and we're now heading up the Hamble River to Universal so we can lift the boat out and do the underwater survey. Just thought I'd show you the wash off the back here at Cruise. Nice and calm, lovely little wash off the back there. Everything sits nice and calmly here on the stern. Standing on the platform here at the back, I've got a really nice grab rail just down here on the left hand side. You can, like I say, you can really see the expanse of the social seating group area, and we'll take all these covers off and stuff later after the sea trial and once we've done the lift out. As you can see, we've got the team up the top there reading engine temperatures, oil pressures at these low rev ranges, and when we do the proper sea trial a bit later on with a clean bottom, we'll do a rev range step all the way up to hopefully the top speed. The owner claims he's got 44 knots out of this boat at top whack, so it'll be interesting to see if we get up there today. But just as we're going to walk around while we're out on the water, good look around there. As you can see, I've stored some of the fenders in this kind of handy storage on the left hand side. We'll go and have a look at the cabin a bit later on. And then just walking up the bow, really kind of fantastic depth here. I feel really safe. My hips right up against this. I don't really feel like I'm going to topple over the side on the left hand. Loads of walking space. I'm not twisting or turning as I'm going up. This bow is a really cool area, and we're going to have a look at this in a lot more detail a bit later when I'm back in berth. But essentially you've got this whole piece folds back with a whole anchor arm folding out right out over the top. It's a really kind of ingenious storage unit for an anchor system up the top there. But as you can see from the side on shots that we saw earlier, this low profile bow really kind of looks like it's just cutting through the water. and I'll just have a good look back down the boat as well as we're hit up here from the top. So on our way to the lift out, we'll have another look at the boat when she's out of water. Great aspect of this boat is this IPS joystick system just here.
One long line, yeah.
So we're just coming into port. With real easy control, berthing control, the skipper can control all of the engines and the thrusters, and obviously with an IPS system it makes parking really simple on this boat. None of us have even jumped off onto the pontoon yet, really simple. So boat's just been lifted. She's only been in since June this year, so we've got a bit of slime and a bit of growth up underneath. That's well to be expected. So we're going to get her washed off, and then Matt, our surveyor, will get up underneath and start doing some hull readings and checking everything that's up underneath. But looks to be in great condition, which is great news. Now that we've got the boat all washed off, we've got the engineers up underneath, so they'll be checking things like the play in those duo props that you can see there at the bottom, seeing if there's any chinks out of the propellers, as you can see, and just having a good look around all of those bits, all of the stern gear that we have here at the back, checking for any potential degradation. Obviously stuff like the anodes that we can see here at the back, so these are obviously the sacrificial anodes to be eaten rather than the stern gear. And you can have a good look here actually at the set of props that we have, and as you can see the prop speed is still in really good nick here at the back, so really good to see. And in a sec we will see some hull scrapings, so we'll take the moisture readings, and we're also going to be doing a tonnage survey on this boat as well. So we'll do all the plumb line readings soon as well. So once we get all that done, we'll drop her back in the water. It's not all sunshine when we're doing yacht trials on the handball. So we're just after our scrub off, just now back in the water. And we are now just bringing the boat up to operating levels. So what the skipper is doing is he's bringing the boat up through the rev range, and then as he's doing that, the surveyor will be checking oil pressures, temperatures and various other bits as well. So keeping an eye on those rev ranges, keeping an eye on those oil pressures and temperatures, and then seeing how the boat performs as she comes up through the rev ranges. Where's the SOG? So at the minute we're doing just on 24 knots, almost 25. Boat's tracking quite nicely through the water. Obviously we can adjust through various trim tabs. Nice big plume out the back. Getting some nice spray coming up as we've just kicked the engines up a little bit. Back up to the front. Now doing close to 33 knots or 44. into flat sticks. So here we are in neutral, flat stick. Boat's picking up nicely. Doing some figure of 8 testing just to see what the locks look like at 1800 revs. Okay, as we spin around again. So we're back in port. Now let's go and have a thorough good look at this thing. So apologies for a bit of the sound quality during the sea trial. It was actually pretty wet and windy out on the sea trial, but we did manage to achieve 42 knots out on the boat. So really happy with the performance of the boat out on the water, and she came up all through her temperature and rev ranges fantastically as well. So we're back in now, and after just clearing off a bit of the salt and a few other bits, let's go and have a good look around her. So coming to the stern, we've got a high-low platform here at the back. This piece here, the stepped piece that you can see, actually does transform into a piece of into a set of stairs for the platform. I'm going to show you that in a second when I jump up on the boat. Just while we're here at the stern, just please note that the Sea-Doo Spark here at the back is not part of this deal. The owner is taking that back for his new boat. But a nice big high-low platform here at the back. There is also a passerelle just up underneath this step here, and then this whole sun pad here lifts up to show a storage area up underneath this as well. So I'm going to show you that in just a second. So stepping onto the boat, we've got a little reversing camera just there, and then coming up we've got some nice chunky doors just over here on the right hand side, a handrail that runs all the way the length up to where the helm is, just there, and then we've got these fantastic cleats that do actually fold down, so they compress, so they're out the way when they're not being used. We've actually got a set of them here on the stern platform for the Sea-Doo or the tender, whatever you may need. Coming back round, at the minute, as you can see, these are all toweling covers here on the sunbed. Obviously, Mediterranean tends to be a bit more sun cream, so toweling covers are a great way of keeping all of this in really nice condition. But obviously this is brand new, so it doesn't really matter. There are toweling covers for the rest of these down below as well. But we've got fantastically big wide sunbed area just here. You've actually got these folding seat rests as well, so they can fold back and forth, all of those three just there. That's the same on these little seats just here, so I can't move that all the way forward, and I've got a seat rest now facing into the table rather than away. Just up underneath here I've got a little Virtufigo fridge, and then just popping that back over that side. I will come to it in just a second, but these two tables here will drop, and there's an infill cushion to go over the top of that to make this one big sun pad area. So a really fantastic sunbathing area at the back here, and I'll just show you just opening up one of these tables here. So you've actually got a nice big eating area just there as well when both of those tables are folded out, as you can see. Access to the engine room is down here. We'll go and have a look at that in just a second. We've got an extended bimini that comes out of here and covers over this whole sun pad area. Fuel inlet just here, and obviously manual bilge pump just up here, and then exactly the same in terms of this side. You see now what those cleats look like when they're compressed, if you like. Moving further forward up the boat, we've got this fantastic wet bar area. In behind here, we've got a nice big freezer, and another one in here as well, as you can see. All of this has been really nicely sprayed and finished. It's a lovely colour as well. In behind here, we've got a nice big sets of drawers here and here, so great little storage spaces. And then in behind here, another little storage spot just there, and obviously your turn battery dead switches as well. So while we're here at the stern, I am going to lift up this storage area for you so you can have a good look. So up it comes, so it's just one press here at the back, lifts up, and if we get up underneath here, we can see this is great storage for like fold down paddle boards, sea-doos. What we've got here at the stern is we've got the stainless steel poles there at the back are for the electronic bimini at the stern of the boat. Those big black poles are there for a manual canopy that goes up over the bow, and that's the black mesh that you can see just there. Obviously covers for the boat are just here as well. The infill cushions for that bit that I've just explained to you. We've also got an additional swim ladder over there on the right hand side, and obviously the shore power inlet is there over on the right hand side as well. Just to the top there, I don't know if you can just see it, but there is a 230 volt outdoor plug and another one over here on this side, and you've actually got down through here is an amount of engine room access. So if I just open these up, unless the boys have locked them nice and tight. So we've just been out on Seatrial, but actually got some engine room access above here, and you can look straight down onto the top of those IPSs. A little bit of rainwater, we've just had a decent shower come through, so I've just spent the last 5 minutes wiping the boat down again. But a really great storage area here in the stern, and you've also got some lighting up underneath here as well. Now, staying on this side, I'm actually going to drop that platform here for you. So we turn it on and then we hit down, and I'm just going to drop this off a little bit just so I can show you those stairs as they start to come down with the platform. So that'll do. So if I just come back round here now, you can see that as the platform has gone down, those stairs have actually formed into a set of stairs as such. So really quite ingenious design here at the back, save you leapfrogging it up back onto the boat. And as I said, you've got a passerelle that comes out of the top step just there. Under this, coming back to the wet bar, we've got sink, induction hob just up under here, and a nice big preparation area which is all nicely finished. Obviously we've got this wonderful big hard top here at the back, lighting all the way through the top of here, down lighting just here as well, and you've got some nice cutaways to let some natural light down in here, and all really nicely finished in the black pieces just up there as well. Nice big speaker system. We tested the sound system out on the water, and I can verify it is very, very good. Fjord have got their own kind of ingenious way of storing their fenders, obviously all squared off fenders, and as we all know, fenders are really a bit of a bugger to store sometimes. So this is a fantastic way of storing all of those fenders here, just slotting them in and out the way for a kind of an outside party boat, if you see what I mean. Again, nice big speakers and a sub just up underneath here. Getting round to the business end of the boat, just before we get to the helm, I just want to show you something just this side. As I've already mentioned, we've got obviously high-low tables just there, which can be controlled from the back here. But all of this lighting, you would have seen it as I've been walking around, the blue lighting is what they call their ambient lighting. And this one's actually been spec'd, so you can change the colours. So there's green, purple, kind of turquoisey blue, white, red, green again. So there's a fantastic customization, and depending on what mood you might be in, you could change it around. Another outdoor socket just here. But let's have a look at the kind of the business end of the boat. So fantastic Helm array here. Obviously we've got the twin Evo 3 12-inch Simrad screens up here. We've had the additional 7.5-inch Volvo Penta engine management system screen up here. We've got the, obviously as it is IPS, the 650s that I discussed earlier, you've got the IPS piece here, and you saw James, our skipper, using that IPS to get into the slings earlier, and obviously a 6. We've got a quick anchor chain counter just up here. Ignitions, and obviously your Volvo Penta management screens, another set of Volvo management screens. We've also got the Simrad autopilot just up here, and also the engine blowers as well, and a VHF and a compass up the top. And we've also got, which is quite cool, a little storage unit for your Simrad screens and various other bits just up here. And a really nice big screen, I don't know if you can see that on the camera, really nice big screen to really push that wind up over your head. Some nice big grab rails just here on the left and also on the right, and a nice great big foot piece just down here as well. So it was a really great fun piece of kit to drive when we're out on the water despite the rain. So before we go downstairs into the cabin, we're going to walk up to the front. As I said an earlier part of the video, really nice kind of gunnels, really nice and high. I feel really safe. You've got some more ambient lighting in terms of little blue LEDs that run all the way up. This is quite clever. You've got some little steps that pop down here, so 1, 2, so you can use that to jump out of the boat if you can't get off the stern. Walking up, we've got another fantastic sunbed area just up the top here, built-in cup holder, fusion head unit just up here, so you can use that system while you're up here, and obviously change the music. The zones for the foredeck, the aft cockpit down into the cabin. Coming up to the bow of the boat, again all this teak is in really lovely condition as well, and we'll have a look at that anchor system in just one sec, because I know I've promised that. I just thought I'd show you back down the boat here. So anchor system, quite a unique system, but it's a lovely way of hiding the anchor away. So there's just a button over here which goes anchor hatch open. As you can see, the front of the deck opens right up. Like so. And then the anchor arm. So there we have a nice chunky stainless steel anchor out the front of the boat. So a really cool way of hiding that away, and obviously this drops down and closes off again with the anchor being out, but a really cool way of hiding that anchor away and then bringing it out obviously when you need it to, and that can all be controlled from the helm as well. I'll put that away in just a second. Coming back down the other side of the boat, and we'll go and have a look on the interior. So kicking my shoes off, coming down, this has been spec'd in a light oak colouring. So you've got a nice big double bed just to the top here, lots of light coming in. We've got all these LED ambient lights built in behind these panels here as well that you can see. We've got bits of storage up underneath here and underneath here and here. Bit more over here as well, and another nice big drawer up underneath the bed. You've got obviously escape hatches up above you. They're obviously covered by the cushions at the minute, but obviously once you take those cushions off, you can get lots of natural light coming down into here, and obviously a nice sea breeze coming through as well when you're going along. Little reading lights just at the top there. I'm just going to show you this one, and the reason I'm going to show you this one is because I had my camera plugged into this earlier. You can just see the USB port there that's plugged up into that light section. So if you've got your phone, iPad or whatever it may be, it's a really handy place to plug that in. The little lighting control panel that's just up there as well, you can set the mood. So this owner had set it to 1 to just have ambient lighting on, or 2 to have all of the lighting on. So quite nice to be able to set the moods just there. Looking back, we've got an LG TV just plugged up into the top just there, and that's also been spec'd so you can have Apple TV bolting straight into here, so there's power and a HDMI cable built into there, and also the controller that's built into there also. Control panel just behind here, so for all of your engine start batteries, generators, etc, etc, can all be started from down here, and obviously the toggles on and off, and another USB port and a 12-volt socket just there as well. The master fusion head control unit, air conditioning units, we'll see those around the boat, and nice big hanging wardrobe just in here, which actually has a safe in it as well. Coming down to the aft cabin. Oh, before we go down to there, we'll go have a look at the heads. So, decent sized shower. Again, bits of storage over here on the left hand side. Jabsco toilet. Sink, mirrors. So, a nice set of heads for a day boat such as this. So coming down now to the aft cabin. So you've got 2 berths down the back here. So one that's straight along the back of the boat, sorry, just there, and then one that just goes down the side of the boat just here. Again, lighting control. You've got 2 30-volt sockets down here. You've got lots of ambient lighting and a little door that slides across here as well to shut off that main cabin. So sleeps 4 quite comfortably. Just coming back up onto the boat, another nice look at that hard top. All of the top pieces up here have all been done in black as well, so you've got radar, VHF antenna. There's Wi-Fi on the boat as well. You can plug in a little 4G card, through any supplier that will give you unlimited data. And overall, this is a fantastic socialising boat. Great party boat. The ambient lighting, the big sound system. And this is in absolutely wonderful condition. The boat was only delivered to its current owner in June of 2020 this year, and we've now just taken this in as our dealer approved stock. So you've seen we've done the survey, the sea trial, and now the boat is going to be based here in Swanwick until she's sold. You can contact me directly for more information on this boat on 07931 418 367, or you can email me tom.bentley@sunseekerpool.com. I'll be more than happy to share some more details with you. I hope you've enjoyed watching the process of how we take in a part exchange boat against a new Sunseeker and everything we go through to do it. And then that will kind of install you in the confidence of buying a dealer boat from us. Any more information, please don't hesitate to reach out.